Welcome back to Legacy Racing. So I've spent the last couple of rides trying to dig into some testing and some setup and trying to understand those things with varying degrees of success. I feel like I had some good success with getting my cockpit sorted and making that feel really good, so that's positive. And then trying to understand suspension, I've had less success from making changes and not feeling anything or not being able to notice anything. It's kind of frustrating, and I don't really feel like I understand what I'm trying to achieve and how to achieve it. So I'm going to take a little break from that, and I'm going to focus on doing testing stuff in the week after work when I can do some bike park laps, because having the lift access and doing repetitive laps is, I think, probably the best way to approach testing, because it's a faster feedback loop and I feel like it's more repetitive. Like, you can repeat the same trail over and over again and get some good information and some good feeling on that. So I'm going to give that a break and come out today for a big pedal, and I'm going to focus on some riding ability, some technique stuff, and trying to really dial down into some of my weaknesses on the trail. So I've got a rough day plan, like a rough route and a rough idea of the trails that I want to ride and what I want to work on, which is mostly today going to be based around cornering, and specifically flat cornering. It's something that I really struggle with, and I feel like I lose a lot of momentum and a lot of time in those sections because I'm just doing it wrong, basically. So I'm going to try and delve deep into that, try and break down techniques and try some different stuff, find some sections of the trail which allow me to really test it out and really see what works and what doesn't. I got plenty of snacks in my bag, plenty of fluids, and I got some restock in the car, so hopefully we'll be able to get in a good long session today and really make some progress. So settle in and let's get it. First trail of the day, I wanted to start off for a warm-up on a trail that I've never ridden before and that's fairly short, just try and really wake myself up and get myself up to speed and up to calibration pretty quickly, so I can really try and rip on the rest of the runs. So I'm riding Stone Ridge. I don't know if you can see that sign there, but yeah, it's new to me. It's a blue trail, so hoping it's not going to be anything too gnarly. Ooh. And there's some of the flat corners that I was talking about. There's another one. So the issue I have when it's flat corners is I tend to brake all the way into it, which means I then don't have the traction that I need when I'm actually in the corner. So braking is going to be a big part of this, as well as body position. See, that was poor. Whoa. I think I chose the wrong gear for this. This is a cool trail though. Super difficult. Very physical. Oh, inside there. Oh my god. This is a hell of a warm up. Don't know the lines at all. Oh. Ah. That was a bit better on the exit of that. Ooh. Bit of a rowdy section. Ooh. Bit of a climb, eh? This is death. Hell of a choice for a warm-up, Alex. Flat corner, it's better. That was worse, and that was on rocks, it was grippy. Disappointed with that. Okay, it's a lot longer than I was expecting. Ah. A lot of the time, I really question if I am actually an okay biker or not. Okay, there's a good example of a flat corner back there, so I'm going to go back up there. Okay, so this is a prime example of what I'm talking about with my one of infinite weaknesses, because apparently I'm shit at biking. But coming from up there, I carry a lot of speed into here. There's some support in this bit of the turn here, and then it fades to a flat, and you've got a tree here, so you have to get the grip here and do your turning on the flat. I really struggle with those, so let's have a go. Okay, so what I tried to pick up from doing a little bit of floating around the interweb for flat cornering is most people say that when you have a turn with support, like a berm or something, you're able to keep your feet flat and you're able to lean with the bike because your wheels are staying perpendicular to the riding surface. So when you're on a berm, the berm comes up, so the ground's like that. You keep your tyres perpendicular and then you keep your body above it. And I seem to tend to do that in flat corners, but it doesn't really work like that. So what I can gather, for flat corners, you want to lean the bike and drop your outside foot. So keep your body above the center of the bike because your tire is leaning on flat ground. So effectively the ground's like that and your bike is like that. When that happens, the bike wants to slip away, especially if your weight moves inside. So on flat corners, you want to lean the bike over, but keep your body centered over the bike to keep your weight pushing down on the tires to get the grip. And dropping your outside foot allows you to do that. So I'm going to try a couple in both different scenarios and see how it goes. There's a couple of things in there that I noticed. So on the first one, where I leant with the bike and kept my feet flat, I definitely felt like I had less grip and went wide on the exit. And then on the second one, where I tried to lean the bike and drop my foot, I definitely felt like I was able to get out of the flat corner earlier and pull out and get ready for the next section of trail. So that's definitely better. But one thing I really noticed watching those back, even though the GoPro settings probably weren't great for capturing it, is I never really film myself like that, so I never see myself ride. And when you see the pros ride and what they do and how far over they lean a bike and all that kind of stuff, you realize how much you don't do it, or how much I don't do it. And like, you feel like you're leaning the bike and you feel like you're leaning into the corner, but when you watch it back, you're barely even off center axis. So that's a very interesting thing. But let's do that corner again and finish the trail. Lean the bike out of the corner. Not bad. Woohoo! there we go. So yeah, very interesting. Okay, going into entrails. Woohoo! Get a tough little climb here. Oh, that is tough. Okay. Cannot remember the lines on this trail. Don't think that was the one. Whoa. That's definitely not the one. That was bad on that flat corner. Don't remember this trail very well. Oh, I know this bit though. This thing's sketchy. Got to be super careful on the brakes. Oh. Oh, that's new. That's nice. I'm going to ride entrails into Mucosa into roller coaster. It was stage 3 in the Squamish Enduro, and it was one of my worst runs of the day. I was really disappointed with it. It's super physical, and yeah, I lost it a bit, and it's really tough at the end. So I'm going to do it again, obviously not at race pace, and there's lots and lots of flat corners in the second half, so hopefully we can make some improvements on there. Ow, tree. Tree. I'm so good at hitting trees. Oh God. I'm so fucking shit at riding bikes, honestly. Come on, focus. Oh, got bucked out of that. I'm so shit at cornering. Fuck! Come on. Oh, it's just really frustrating at this point. Okay, let's focus. Lean the bike, drop the foot, lean drop, lean drop, lean drop, lean drop. Okay.
kind of feels like I've got a rear flat. Okay, let's just chill up here. Racing up this climb is horrible. It's so hard to do it when it's loose. I'm just like, yeah, the grip's going to give and I'm going to stuck here. Flat corner. Ah! Lap 3, I'm going to do Pamplemousse. I'm going to try and not get mad at myself. And just feel the trail, enjoy it. Oh, that's a tricky one. Ooh. Get a tight one, brake off the brakes. Ooh. That's a tough one. So there's that one. And that one. Oh, I've gone up this way. Didn't mean to do that. I don't fancy the drop today. Focus on the corners. Wasn't bad. My bike sounds like shit. Woo! Lap 4, we're going to do crouching squirrel, hidden monkey. It's a proper enduro trail this, lots of flat sections, up hills, like punchy climbs, technical descents, like really chunky sections, so a bit of everything on this one. Let's see how she goes. Oh, flat corner. Little punchy climb. Oh. Got the line really wrong there. Knew it was coming. Just for a climb as well. That's a tough bit. Oh, got the line wrong there. Oh. Oh. Fuck that up a bit. Oh, that was violent. Oh, bit of fatigue setting in. A lot of fatigue setting in. Whew. That was better there. A little bit. Woo! Ah! Branch down. Attack me. Oh. Oh my god, I got a buck there. Oh, that is tough. That's a wrap for me today. It was a tough one today for sure. Looked a little bit into flat cornering, but the first 2 runs of the day, I definitely didn't feel myself. I felt very amateur, even though I am an amateur, but I feel like I was riding well below my ability and well below what I know I can do. So that was really disappointing. To be honest, my confidence is a little bit shaken. I actually feel like I've got worse on the bike since the downhill when I had the crash and I was out for a month. Since all my rides since then, I feel like I've gone backwards and I'm not riding as well as I used to. So that's a really tough one to swallow, but I'm hoping that with a little bit more time on the bike, it will start to come back and I'll get to a point where I was before, where I felt like I was gradually making some progress, because up until that point this year, I feel like I have got better and made some improvements. So fingers crossed I can get back to that. The second 2 laps of today felt better. I felt a little bit more like myself. Still some mistakes and crashes and stuff, but you know, we're learning and we're trying to make improvements. I got to admit, I'm struggling a little bit right now. It's so hard to love a sport and love something you do as much as we do in this sport and feel like you're not ever as good as you want to be. And for me, that is a really hard thing to come to grips with. I'm a very competitive person and I always want to improve and I always get better, and when you're doing something you love and you feel like you're not good enough at it and not as good as you want to be, it can be a little bit sad, and I struggle with that. Like, I just really want to be good at biking, and I really want to know what it feels like to go fast and to be good. So in a constant pursuit of that, and age isn't on my side. Like, I'm in my 30s now and I'm only going to get older, same as all of us. So the likelihood is I'm probably really not going to get much faster than I am now, but I'm going to try to. So thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next one.